Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Negro Jump. Welcome back. Boy.
Back. The gang is here.
What a year.
What a year.
What a year.
Yeah.
Literally. Y'all are hearing this, but then also, too, for us, what a year.
What a year.
Yeah.
Great successes.
Yeah.
Great successes.
How do we all feel?
I feel great. I like where we're at. I like what we're doing. The efficiency. I'm telling you, you're pleasing the autistic part of the brain, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You still got it.
Nah. We got no. Let him talk. Because I know who this man is.
No, but nobody seems to.
No, but because y'all know who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the numbers don't lie on YouTube. All right. 4 times. One of them we had to take it down. It was like, all right, cool. You still want to do something? And you had an idea that you presented to us. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. But I'm like, go for it. And then bam, I'm like, all right, Nate.
If you got ADHD or autism, Jarrod's one of the best people to work with because he doesn't give you parameters to work in other than if it's cool. Like that's all it is. If it's cool, nerdy, geeky, just do it.
I want to we already initiated enough.
Yeah.
We already talked enough now, interacted enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Then like, show me what you got. There's no money here, baby.
Right. Right. No.
You're doing this for the vibes.
Yeah. And then even too, like when you asking for advice on things, like y'all thought about doing comedy. I'm like, why? Like genuinely, like I'm not trying to discourage you, but like I'm just interested in like why you want to do it. He was like, no, like it was cool. So, and then like your backstory on it is you went to college and you like, I actually tried it before. Like, what is it, an improv?
So we did an improv troupe, which was essentially like the like the ABC version of just improv stand up. Like just we will give you a subject, just riff. Yes and yes or.
It's like a lot of the games.
Whatever.
A lot of like the zip, zap, zop type.
Yeah. Just like, hey, we need suggestions from the crowd. Act out this scene. So I always knew that I had, and obviously when you live with a black grandma and you got sass, she tells you got a quick mouth. So you know,
right.
When you can think of shit.
Fresh mouth.
When you can think of shit on the spot when you're like, this would be funny. I know I would make my grandpa laugh, but that's one smack. Am I willing to do that? I think that's why I like entertaining. I'm willing to take that smack to make my grandpa laugh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Because I definitely had in the gym. I'm like, all right, Nate. Like, because like I see the aspirations. Like I love it. Fuck with it heavy.
Yeah.
Love the energy. But it's like,
no. But
if I could do one thing for your life, is to tell you, don't worry about stand-up comedy.
It's that bad right now?
It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just my advice of. Look, like you're already in the space of entertaining and making people laugh. Mm-hmm. You see it. The stand-up dudes are like, all right, I got a YouTube channel and a podcast.
Right.
Here you go. And they see the return.
Yeah. So on the show. Hey, I write for this. I write for that. I do this.
Yeah.
They still out. They can still do the sets, but it's not they still got to clock in tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Like this is at this point there are alternatives.
Yes,
there are. Like it's just open now. Chris Rock's about to stream like as we speak now, special live on Netflix.
Live
today.
What is that? That's
Soon,
today.
Coming. No, coming.
I'm asking you, is that today?
Soon.
Like
It's coming though.
Like, it's just a full on live stream.
Yeah.
Bill Burr was talking on his podcast that he was doing a couple shows over Zoom, and he's like, yeah, imagine like killing, like the joke that you knew was gonna kill. Yeah. You told it, delivered it, and then 10 seconds later you heard,
yes. Yes.
He's like, it's so, doggy, it's so. Yeah. He's like, my heart was in my fucking shoe. Like, bro, you can't do that to people.
I think the best they got with it was a show. They would have comics step up to like multiple screens.
Right.
That was essentially a Zoom call. And it was just invested in enough as far as like the internet connection that it was like, oh, real time, like he says it, instant respond. There's no delay. And
hip hop squares with comedians.
It's just, but it's just the comic, it's just the comedian, and then TV screens. Yeah. That's it. There's nothing else in the spotlight.
Damn.
That's
Got a
it.
Connection.
Perfect.
Got a good Wi-Fi.
That's all I
crazy.
need.
What's that password?
So they can hear me right now. They can respond. Cool.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. Run it.
it.
Just run it. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, but just all the things that you even add on to the team over here.
Yeah,
With me and Cordero.
From the very beginning, it was just like we needed this level of structure, like just like a housing. And then even when you were talking about, we've told this story before, but it's true. You literally had an answer for every one of Jarrod's
I was
questions.
telling, so that's how I describe the story now. So when people are like, "Oh, how did you get started with that?" and I'll show up the text. I was like, "Notice how Jarrod said camera setup question mark," and I gave him 37 lines of taxes and deductibles that he could possibly use it for, and a 401k. Like, yeah. And I was just like, I don't know if you have a question. In my brain, it's like you need to know everything that I know about it. So I one, it's like selfish too. So like the other part is like, so I never have to hear this question again. Especially if it's a question you think is dumb. If it's a question, you know how often I've explained, hold your finger over the fucking button and it'll read your fingerprint to unlock your phone because your hands are too shaky to touch 9, Grandma.
Damn.
You know how often I've had to say this?
Damn.
I got a script. I write these down.
Damn.
And I practice in the mirror so I don't forget. Bro, it's too much. I'm trying to explain to my grandmother that her eldest son has a Tesla, meaning that he can pull up an app and go back up out of the driveway.
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much.
This woman, this is gonna sound like I wrote this. This woman took donkeys to pick mangoes on mountains. That's the country my grandparents are from. Third world West Africa.
Sounds beautiful. Sounds like a beautiful, simple town.
To now go from that to he doesn't need to be in the car for it to come pick him up. Yeah.
That's too much. That's too much.
So God forbid I don't want to go to church. That's already,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, from the jump, literally, it was like, I know this stuff. Also, I'm capable of doing things. So, hey, slide me some extra work. It seems like the two of y'all are trying to keep, like, doing the most you can, but clearly overextended because we both have visions that we want to do. It's hard to do with just two people. You know, and people say, oh, this looks good. Like, yo, we tired. like, we get tired. And, like, immediately you were like, oh, yeah, what you got? Some extra stuff? Yeah, I got you. Like, what you got? Some extra stuff? Yeah, let's, like, send that over.
Yeah.
Put that in the drive. I got it.
Hey, yo, Nate.
Yo, Nate.
I was crying in the last episode. I saw the clip that it was just like when you guys were talking about anytime there's a question for editing, audio production, it's just a quick like,
Yo, Nate.
Hey, yo, Nate, you got 10
Nate.
minutes? Can I talk to you?
Hey, yo, Nate, can you take a quick
Should I
call?
buy
real
the
quick?
software? He's like, you
should I
already
buy-
got that one? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it does the same thing. I'm like,
Okay.
see?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I am on the team for those of you who still don't know. I am officially here.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's
Shirt coming. Shirt uploading.
Well,
Right.
the thing is, you are
I'm so far removed from like. just
nah.
this
You're
area,
more
too.
on the YouTube. So the people that really mess with us heavy on YouTube
Yes.
definitely know you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yes.
we saw the first
Yeah.
edition of Nerdy News with your little brother.
Yes.
The sassiest
Which
13-year-old.
we were just talking about.
Yeah.
We were just talking about 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
And it immediately popped. We're like, yo, who is this?
Yeah. So
and what is this? And
so
why do I
there's-
like it? Like,
The way I explain it, how I'll explain it to you guys, is that I'm the oldest of 7. Me, a bunch of girls, and my brother, and he has more feminine energy than all of them combined. So he's the sassy, like no 4-year-old should be like, I don't want to hang out with you because you're gross. You shouldn't be able to like articulate that. And he said that to a friend when my dad tried to put him in football. And this nigga's practicing soufflés in the corner because his mom's a dancer. He's ranked number 1 for his age.
used
He's
to
ranked
sing-
number 1 regionally for his age.
yeah.
I used to
He
sing
won
as a
national
kid.
competitions. He's a great dancer.
I used to sing as a kid. I just want to be happy by Mary J. Blige. I'm like, I get it.
yeah.
That's all I really
It
want.
happens.
Who took that from you, King? Who took that chance from you? Who took that?
How can I love somebody?
Oh, man.
Also, too, let's play a little. I just thought of something that's funny.
Yo.
All right. So let's say we met Nate for the first time, right?
Right.
I'm like, all right. So out of these 4 categories, what do we think his background is? because we're like, this is the only thing. As far as just first appearance.
Yeah.
All right,
Complexion.
so my whole thing
Yeah.
is, which me are you going for? Because the me you've met just even today from the last 2 trips is different.
It's not even about that. It's just overall now. I've adjusted to your face. I see it. I've seen the hairstyle changes.
Yeah.
You with a fresh cut. I'm like, oh.
You ain't even see. Have you seen the braids underneath the do rag yet?
Yeah. Looking for reference pictures for this man, and I was like, let me stop because this looks too personal. Me going through your Facebook, and I was like, oh, he was
found
in
MySpace pictures.
Yeah.
You found MySpace pictures. That's unfair. Yeah.
V cut Nate out here.
Yeah. So of the four. So what are the 4? Because we already know.
So the four. All right. So
Yeah.
all right. If this is who
I'll
wants
give
to
the whole actual breakdown.
be, this is who wants to be a millionaire. This is the $1 million question. All right.
What race?
So I'm like, all right.
Is this me?
So they just show like, all right, for the final question, name this person's ethnicity. And they just show Nate. They just show Nate's face, right?
Yeah. Just
I'm like, all right. So
Get a whole.
out of your options: A, Dominican; B, Middle Eastern; C. What's a good C?
I said Panamania one time. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
it's like Central American. Yeah.
Mexican, and then finally D.
All of the above.
South African.
South African.
What you got? What you got?
Regis, this is a trick question. This man is clearly Egyptian.
I can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Hot damn. Nice reversal, but no.
Shit, was he Lebanese? God.
Damn it. Turkish? What is it?
Cape Verdean. And what's funny, last night I was around 2 guys that were Cape Verdean that I was 100% like convinced were just a black dude and possibly a Middle Eastern or Egyptian man. He was like, nah, Cape Verdean, bro.
Yo, so
other dude look like Kyrie Irving.
So what?
The dude at the Gundam booth today. With the afro, he said he's like, I'm Cape Verdean. And he was like, people who keep calling me Kyrie. He's like, come on,
So
bro.
yeah, well, it's not like a crazy well-known major race.
And you really have to see the people of,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, because like looking at you,
Right.
you take, even when you didn't have braids,
Yeah.
and you just kept the do-rag on, your hair laid, and the beard grew out, I was like, oh, I see it.
See it.
It's thick, frizzy hair, but you can tame it, and it's straight. But then your beard is just a dead giveaway. I'm like, yeah, this dude is
Something.
Yes,
Something.
there's a lot going on.
I've said my race gradually transitions down my face.
It's
Very like that's exactly like hair that you can easily just put a comb through. Ouch! Like just ow. My barber tried to use a hot iron one time. And he was like, I'm gonna try to straighten it out for you, detangle it. He went, you know what? We might have one of the girls. She might have got something in the back that a detangler or something. Because I'm not breaking this fucking iron.
my
Bro.
beard is like super straight, and
Really?
I thought about that. I was like, this don't really curl up. It just gets long. Like it just goes down my neck. Like pretty like it doesn't really even like grow out like that. It's just weird. But my barber now was saying, he's like, yo, your shit is like dumb straight. Like a white dude's beard. I'm like, damn.
What's crazy is I don't know.
You could do like a
Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu. Yeah. Wise man Ron.
Wise old fortune.
Yeah.
I'm playing around with ideas of the facial hair. How come they ain't playing around with the facial hair for like anime characters too much? Like when they get older.
Oh, you know how hard it is for me to try to find something that looks decent with a beard? You got literally Zeke Yeager. That's it.
Yeah.
And he's blonde.
You're right.
He's blonde.
But it's a thick
Like
fuzzy beard.
He's the closest thing to my actual facial hair I've ever seen on an anime character.
I guess
With
it's
the
just there
glasses
was
and the hair
never.
type, I could do
It
that.
might even be like a regional thing where like go back 50 plus years ago, beards really weren't in fashion, and now they're in fashion now. So maybe the culture is just like, why we need to draw
Entirely
beards on these
different.
people?
Dudes,
Like,
dudes
I don't want to draw
buying-
beards on this dude. And then there's only the one. And it has to be a wise man or a wild man. Those are the only two.
Those are the only two.
Those are the only two that get beards. Yeah.
Guys are buying derma rollers, just rubbing them across
Yeah.
their face. I mean, I was convinced to do it. I was like, I would do that for my like scalp, but like the beard. I'm like,
You know, that's how I found out what them like hair fabrics in a spray can was. Because I literally looked at my cousin Jimmy. I was like, "Nigga, your beard is not full. What are you doing?"
Wow.
I know there's a magic
Nah,
trick.
it's hair follicles.
Oh, okay.
It's,
But
they
it's
spray
good.
it's like little hair fibers that you can kind of like and like fill in the gaps if you got like a patchy beard.
That's what my barber was
that's too
doing.
much.
That's what he was doing for me.
I just remember looking. I was like, "Your shit's patchy. What are you doing?"
Yeah, that's too much.
All you gotta do is
witchcraft.
cut it down. You just gotta cut it down. That's why my like hair came in. I'm using my Noxidil now, but like that's why mine just came in like the way it is now.
What anime character do you think deserves a beard at this point?
Deserves?
Yeah, like, cause you remember they already slapped 2 on
Right.
Vegeta and Goku just randomly.
did.
Like,
Maybe
we
now-
didn't even know Saiyans could grow beards. It's like, yeah,
Right,
we didn't know
yeah.
either.
Maybe Naruto.
Naruto? Yeah. He would probably look more official as Hokage if he
With
did.
a beard?
Something low.
He look a little soft.
because he got the low cut. Give him a goatee.
Yeah.
Maybe a nice goatee.
Yeah.
Who would deserve one? Deserve, because it is an honor. It is an honor. Deserve. I'll give it to I'll give it, what were we talking about earlier? Ash Ketchum. This nigga almost 40 years old, stressed, an intercontinental hobo, was just battling dragons and lizards and mice.
It's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a stand-up
The
comedian.
journey looks amazing.
It does.
Looks like the greatest thing.
You make a lot of
ever.
friends along the way.
But God, boy,
Losing it.
it's
Losing
like
it.
your mom's let you leave the house to do this. Damn.
He's just he literally just goes from like group of friends to group of friends. Like you've let like a friend like sleep on your couch for like a week maybe. Ash do that for like to think he's charted almost the entire planet.
Yeah, he has.
Like,
He
That's
has.
why he wants to help everybody. He's
Yeah.
cashing in favors every episode. He's like, "Oh, you Nurse Joy? Yeah, I'll help you.
Right.
Miss Officer Jenny, I got you."
bartering.
Yo, at the end of the episode, what you don't see is like him being like, "So, listen, for the night, if you got
Was
any place, for
You've never seen them sleeping. I just realized it. Think
was-
about it.
Also, too, you never seen Ash have any items on him, and that's how I played the games. Just don't use items,
Really?
unless it got to like. Remember when Charizard got like messed up bad? Wasn't it like Ice Beam or something? Like frozen?
Something, yeah, it was
and he
frozen
was
solid.
just thawing it out with his hands until they just went raw. Like,
yeah.
His hands is all bloody and red.
you don't have a what was it, like an ice heal or something?
Ice heal, freeze
Yeah.
heal, something. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Messi.
Bessie boy,
This your third region, Ash.
Yes.
Get it together.
get it together.
So I mean, the theory from the woman who actually does his voice, Delia something, had said something like, "Yeah, he like obviously they do it for each new generation of people that's gonna be watching that show." And someone was like, "Then why not make a spinoff? Pokemon, future generations, whatever. It's Ash, or even delve into the actual characters of Red, Crystal,
yeah.
Brandon, like all of the actual main characters, and then just go like, fine, don't age up Ash. That's perfectly fine. How about everyone else do whatever? Like at this time, Norman should be a grandfather, and he's a psychic type now instead of a Slackoff or whatever. Like he got wiser, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, they established like the age, like the many characters of
Yeah.
just they've been there. Like starting with Brock, like
Did
Even-
Brock, so
even-
Brock
even-
got older?
even if you look at it as like age gap or just like the age range is all over the place with Pokemon. It's
Yeah.
adults and kids, children, like teenagers. Like Brock was the gym leader because his dad like took over, right?
Yeah.
And he was like helping out with his dad coming back and all of them damn kids, right?
Yeah. Because his dad was a wild boy. Brock's dad was a wild boy.
Right, yeah, he was out living in like trees,
So like
Tarzaning this shit up.
so Brock was the gym leader, and then he left, and then Misty was like in a position to not leave home.
Yeah.
All 3 of my sisters are gym leaders.
Right. So, and they just be handing out badges.
Yes, they do.
They did.
She was big. That was her number one thing. They were
Damn,
like,
were they influencers?
we want a Cascade badge. And
They were the
like,
civilian gym influencers. They was handing out
$8
QR
a month, baby. Take this.
QR code.
That's 8 Pokey a month, bro. I want that. Bank account.
Bank account.
Tell Bill to send it in my
Cash
inbox.
at me. Yeah.
They got Zelle in the Poke Center. Like,
They sure do.
Is
That's
it-
that's
is
what
it
Bill,
ATM?
that's the part of
Why
Bill's
don't-
PC you don't.
the ATM.
Hey,
The ATM. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
First of all, also while we on Pokemon, you had a harrowing journey getting here.
Yeah.
Oh,
but did Pokemon bring me through it?
Right. But you got blessed with the new Scarlet and Violet just before.
Yes.
I got to see a little bit of the gameplay that you had on your Switch, and it looks right. It looks pretty cool. I can tell there might be a few things I want to tweak and some updates, but it's looking like a lot of fun. What's your first take in the first 24, 48 hours of playing?
Yeah, so this is gonna be like, and I say this every time with every new game I play, this is gonna be the interruption of my relationship for the next 2 months. This game only because we put so much hype into this fucking game.
The Digimon, Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon, Digimon.
Pokemon
the Digimon.
Yeah.
The Pokemon with functions now?
The number one thing was like them getting rid of like obviously like the HM system and just like, hey.
They got rid of that?
Yeah, you don't need it at all. So your legendary,
I'm sorry to be that guy.
You get your legendary from the start. Because you see like he's weak and he's weakened.
Okay.
You realize,
okay,
you're like, okay, clearly he has some abilities and stuff, but he can't do it right now. He's weak as shit. As you progress through one of the 3 storylines, one specifically keeps giving him upgrades. Gets to a point he can jump higher, he can swim, he can actually fly. So it's open, it's Breath of the Wild in Pokemon.
Okay.
Just keep upgrading that one multi-tool. That's the legendary Pokemon. You can't battle with him.
You can't?
No.
Because he's a bike.
Not to start off.
He's a bike, right?
When he gets fully upgraded in the actual like main storyline, then he becomes one of your playable Pokemon. But besides that, no. You have your 6 slots, and then it's a little like box right here with his picture, like just so you know he's here. Just remember that he's here.
So some would say he like kind of has to digivolve
Keep talking.
to unlock
Are there accessories involved in getting these upgrades for
the
him?
things.
There's herbs.
Herbs.
Herba Mystica.
Herbs. Okay.
Because as you forget, this region is based on Spain and Portugal.
Oh, he got.
That's what it was. So I thought it was France. I was thinking
No,
France.
France was Kalos. That was X and Y.
Oh, okay, got you.
They had a big tower in the main city. That was the.
Okay. It was like the
I didn't know they were
Eiffel
following
Tower.
after actual. Places.
I've been peeping that since I got privy to that since Sun and Moon, realizing that they're doing Hawaii, and then somebody said there was this other one that's like basically New York, right?
Unova, black and white.
Yeah, so black and white is in New York, and then so after they left all the like Kanto and all those regions, which is basically Japan,
Right. They
then they're
just made
like,
cities.
We're going to other places in the world, and that was one of the things that like I liked about the Pokemon series, but even still like. I wasn't playing at the time, but I was like, "Oh, okay. So you're going to Hawaii now, and you got just Hawaii Pokemon. Okay, you going to London Pokemon.
So that's what I'm learning. That Pokemon just has this thing of like whatever region you're in, make these characters say as many stereotypical things as you possibly think. I'm waiting for this Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for my playthrough, and it's like youngster Joey. Órale pues, quieres hablar contigo? And like I'm waiting because they're so.
He'll still call you up saying that? Like,
no, they pull up on your phone is possessed by the Rotom. So your phone is just literally a Pokemon, just like.
They be like, yo, am I right at that?
It's fucking dead, bro. God damn. They didn't tell me these birds be killing these fucking things. My wife thought it was a fucking squirrel. She tried.
A pharaoh came and just took it up in the air.
Just.
Let me stop. I don't need to do it. There's no, I don't need it.
I was just about to like, yo, somebody got to put an Arcanine on a chain. Like, I just need
Arcanine?
Walking an Arcanine.
Oh, that would have been DMX. DMX would have had Arcanine, Houndoom.
He would have only had
Houndooms. Only Houndoom.
Nothing.
Only Houndooms.
Only. I'm mad that I have silver. I have Soul Silver, and I can't get the Houndooms on there.
Yeah.
They're on gold.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
What rapper would have what feature Pokemon?
Oh, like their favorite one?
What era? I mean, well, kind of our favorite. So like Wayne, I was just immediately thinking like.
All right, so let's see. Let's get even deeper. What year did Drought 3 pop out?
So I was about to say, do you want to go for the obvious
so he
joke?
would be a Gen 3, right? What's up?
You want to go for the obvious joke of Mr. Aubrey Graham being Ditto? His Ditto. He has a team full of Dittos.
He is a Ditto.
He's actually a Ditto training other Dittos. Or he's a Zoroark who can mimic humans. He's one of them. You don't know who's on the team. You're like, how come they're doing all this shit? What? You don't have one actual original Pokemon? It's all just, I'm going to just copy?
Or maybe he's just a conflable. Like, just doing metronome. Somehow,
it's the only move he teaches his Pokemon.
Somehow he has an unlimited supply of ethers and elixirs.
Yeah.
To have
full restores.
Come on. Your Pokemon points, man. Come on. Metronome's only 10. I just learned.
It's only 10. Yeah.
I got this new team I'm running with on Soul Silver that I'm like, I don't know how to make this work. Everybody does. Everybody does. Because I'm used to like up until probably like the 5th gym, only having maybe 4 or 5 Pokemon.
Really?
So did you never had the full 6? Like you don't do the full 6?
I only have the full 6 when I need the full 6 because I always have an HM or excuse my language. There's always somebody.
There's always one.
It's hard for me to incorporate it or like, you know what?
You surf and strength? Fuck yeah.
Come on. Beat off? The OG.
Nidoking?
Nah, I kind of saved them for like.
Really?
Try to use them as a tank. I had a Nidoqueen and that didn't work out. So this is my old team on Soul Silver. The file I just deleted. I had a Typhlosion. I had Lugia, I had Pidgeot, Ampharos, Quagsire, and I forgot who the 6th was. But that's what I had. That's what I was running with. Typhlosion was bodying everything. Lugia was very shaky when something dark came out.
Yeah, psychic. It's a psychic.
Very shaky when something dark came out, and it's just like, oh, you just fold so fast.
Quick. Yeah.
And then after that, it was like Ampharos was good fighting like a ghost or dark type because of the bug.
Right.
The bug move signal beam. And then Quagsire was cool and Pidgeot was just a dead weight that I don't know what. Like I
carried nothing but fighting types.
I didn't. Because it was one of those things where like you put it down for years and you forgot how long you put it down at. You don't remember.
Right.
Like, why does Pidgeot only know Gust, Twister,
Feather Dance,
Double Team, and then I think probably like Feather Dance? I was like, I can't do nothing with him. I go to the Move tutor house, and he was like, "Is this all you got?"
I can teach him nothing.
Nothing else. Nothing.
I know. You just spent an hour looking for these heart-shaped scales to bring
like,
to me.
This is OG Bird.
Yeah.
3 different forms. I got you. I'm gonna hold it down.
4. They got a mega Pidgeot.
See, then now
you got
I'm
a
done.
mega Pidgeot.
It's too late. If you couldn't figure out 3 by the remake of Soul Silver, no.
Yeah.
No, but this new team is because I got a Ekans, I got a Beedrill, I got a Togechick, I got a Croconaw, Flaffy, and a Hoot Hoot. Never had them before, other than Flaffy. I always have to have an electric type Pokemon on me. I have to for some reason.
Yeah.
I just have to.
You got to deal with the water types. Yeah. I mean, you can do that with grass. All right, so real question. Do y'all have a favorite type and like why?
Go ahead. Well, no, my thing, you'll probably get more of an answer out of him. The thing is, I have a favorite type, but it's probably basically just because I like the type, even though I don't really know the stats, the counterbalance. Like, I can't tell you why I like the type. I just like it. I like grass type. I just like grass type because I always like Bulbasaur, and I've got most of the grass Pokemon.
Underrated for the first starters, bro. He was the one I always picked. I always picked Bulbasaur.
Yeah. I was like grass type. It was very simple for me. I was like, green's my favorite color.
Right.
You give me a green thing. Give me the green frog thing. Like that's it's like I'll take the green. There's a cool little red lizard and a blue turtle. I like turtles, but green. So give me the green.
Like green. Yeah.
But and then I kind of like kept with it because
you like that Bulbasaur shiny is just a little bit greener.
he's a little bit. He's a little bit green.
He's a little bit more lime green than regular green.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I flip flop starters when I just thought it didn't look cool enough. Like what's Gen 2? Chikorita?
Chikorita.
Didn't like the look. So I went with Totodile because I was like, oh, it's a
Totodile was my second.
Totodile's dope. It's a crocodile. But then I came right back to green because it's like, oh, you giving me a green Charizard in Gen 3? Like he's like the grass lizard dude, like a gecko or whatever. Trico. I was like, cool, give me that.
Gen 3 was like, yo, what
Gen 4 is when I went back because of Turtwig. I like turtles.
And I got Turtwig.
Turtle.
I stayed with Turtwig. So like,
turtle.
And I think that it was maybe one more generation after that, and I kind of bowed out as far as Pokemon goes. The entire time I played those games was not playing them strategically. Right. I was playing to get cool monsters, and that was.
You remember learning like the difference between like status moves and actual moves, and you're like, why does this not work? Like having to learn the stat system. Like and he has high physical defense, not special defense.
I was an idiot as a kid. I got rid of all my stat moves. I was always attacking
right, just
everything.
all hard.
Everything.
What do you mean idiot as a kid?
I was dumb as
right. No, it's the same word.
I didn't know. Like I didn't stop doing it until about a year ago.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a Pikachu crazy. With Thunder Shock, Thunder, Volt Tackle.
Yeah.
If it got a passive ability, then all right, cool. But
all attacks.
Just keep
all attacks.
I was a be versatile. So like, I remember my first time playing Ruby and Sapphire. I was walking around with a Mudkip, Tailo, and a Wingull. I was like, oh, this is a fly and a water type? Yeah, come on the team. Yeah. You can do that. Yeah. And then Wingull learns like Still Wing out of nowhere. I'm like, what? You got a defense against Rock now? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ice too? Yes. Get on the team. And then Tailo was just fun.
And that's how I never looked at Pokemon that way. It was just like, oh, what? Out of these 6 creatures, can I cover the whole journey and counterbalance all these things that may like come up? And like now that does, because that's very like JRPG and like just RPG in general. But now I feel like, damn, is it too late? Because there's 900 of them, and I'm like, fuck, do I gotta learn? It's like, can we go back to like just the 150? Can I start over with the 150?
Nah, let's go ahead and end this episode. Let's go ahead and end this episode off right. This is the welcome back of the boys. If you didn't know, now you know. Mr. Nathaniel, everybody.
Guys, it took him till last week to be able to pronounce my last name right. I've known these motherfuckers for 2 years.
First of all, Goncalves, I was like, that's hard. But then it was like Calvin. I was like,
I thought it was Goncalves. I was like, yo, that's
It's like one of those things. I'm looking at it, and I promise you, it says CL, not CA. I'm like
CALVES.
I was like, there's no way. I'm like, damn, I was wrong. But shout out to Nate, shout out to Originate, Mr. G. All of these monikers he got just the very ambiguous man that knows how to
ambiguous skill sets.
You know what I'm saying? Whip around Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro like it's nothing. No mouse.
Does it all. At this point, I just plug it in directly to my wrist. Like Cyberpunk, I just put it right here.
Just log in. But yeah, you're definitely here. And to end this episode off, I want to talk about this new generation of shonen. Specifically, because there's a lot of good anime out right now. But this new generation of shonen is very different. Yeah. Because I don't even want to say for some reason.
Well, it's not 2001. That was 21 years ago.
Somehow,
developed.
Everybody has a budget to be like, I got the hottest shit. No, this like to have the fans, the viewers talking amongst themselves like, what you mean you're not watching Dr. Stone? I'm like,
what?
I thought this was about science. Right. Talking about he making soda and shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought it was Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's all I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it started off really well. I watched the first episode and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Well, it's an odd concept, right? It's like the world blew to shit, and like now everyone got put back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, it was like an explanation. Like everybody got turned to stone, and then people started waking up at different times. So some people been up longer than others, and then the guy, Dr. Stone, like, because you were conscious while you were frozen in time. So he just counted the entire. He just did some like
He did
mental
math.
shit
Yeah, he did math
Oh,
the
he was
entire
on
time.
the
one of
entire
those.
time.
Okay.
The entire time. So
Trying to solve equations.
it's like
5,000 years, I think.
I got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned all of this, and this is what happened in my life. Fuck it, just think myself insane, I guess.
So through.
But
But yet people put that in like a top tier.
yeah,
Some people never heard of it.
Really?
and then you're just like you will beat your chest all across this great country called America about Attack on Titan by yourself, shirt off, shirt off.
I love Attack on Titan.
And it's just shonen. And it took me 3
It is.
seasons to like, oh, this is a shonen. And
Yeah.
well, I'm like, what?
And that's wild.
I had to
That
go
don't look
through all of
nothing-
that.
Don't look nothing shonen.
The first 8 episodes was like, yo, what is this? Mm-hmm. Mans was like, I'm about to kill my first Titan. And then nope.
Pluck. The music drop. See a dead-eyed
And
baby.
he thought it was about to be the illest action shot. It was
Oh,
like,
man.
whoop.
Right.
What are the little flowers called? And Mario that come out of the
Oh,
tubes?
yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little snap traps.
Parappa pants or whatever.
Yeah,
Piranha
like it
pants.
just,
Piranha pants, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, nope. And
thought-
like to awkwardly bite off an arm and a leg. That's it.
Right.
And then another one just pick you up and eat. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think just in the first episode, like, one, you're chilling. Your dad's acting a little bit strange. You still, all right, I don't understand why he's acting like this. Then, essentially, something taller than 2 King Kongs kicks down what is the foundation of your culture.
And that was our first
It is the-
introduction to the Titans,
That was the
right?
first 5 minutes of the show. Kick down. I ate the main character's mother. Here we go. This is how we know how dark this is gonna be. And once you even get into later seasons, that's baby shit compared.
And what's really good about Attack on Titan is that the English dub does a great job of heightening that experience.
Capturing those
Yeah.
like, raw, like
Aaron's voice actor is like very screechy,
Phenomenal.
but it's like, no, he's getting a point. He's like, no, I'm trying to murder this dude, right? Like,
right, yeah.
like it's a wild time. So like that took me a second because it's heavy, but then by the 3rd season, I'm like, oh, this is a shonen. And then by that point, we got My Hero Academia going crazy. Demon Slayer just taking everybody by storm.
Yes. Yes. Again, every season. Yeah.
Fire Force just being like the quietest low key like sleeper of this anime generation. Like I don't hear enough spoken about.
You know,
it.
the thing is, you don't hear a lot about it, but none of it's bad. You never hear Fire Force is bad. You just
It's
don't.
in that category.
People
Right.
just don't know
in
about
that
it. Like
category.
Fire Force, or I think somebody told me about Fire Force, or it's Fire Force. Like that's those are the only 2 expressions you're gonna get about Fire Force. Yeah.
So then
I had many reservations with Fire Force at first. I've said it a bunch of times because at first I'm just like, okay, it's the Fire Nation. Everybody can manipulate fire.
It sure is.
But it's different. It's not just we can all do the same shit. I have a little bit of a different style. It's no, some people's powers are so. You see the one guy on the troop who his power is like vacuuming out heat, so he makes ice every time.
Yeah.
So of course he's on the support squad putting out fires after demons explode and shit. Like
Yeah.
you would have never thought like if it's heat, fire, sun, radiation.
And at some point,
one of the
they
kids
do
is a
that.
nuke. Like the
Yeah.
kid's power is literally
That was
nuclear
wild.
They
radiation.
knew, yeah.
That was
he
a
was
wild time.
he was anxious. He had,
Yeah. No, they do that, right?
Yeah.
They'll do that, right? They'll give you explanations, and then at some point, it's also like, no, this is an anime. Necromancer fire. Yeah, that's it.
Right,
Necromancer
right,
fire.
right.
Yeah, like ghost fire. Like it
Everything
doesn't
my
matter.
flame touches.
Yes.
I may summon forth.
So then that just makes it even more fun because then it's like, oh no, it's still an anime. So like, make it weird. Like puppet fire puppets.
There
What?
you go.
Yes.
Right.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You got all of that next to with Black Clover in the mix.
Yep.
So you're like, damn, that's like 5. And then like, bam, Jujutsu comes out, taking everybody by storm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then now, I mean, I wouldn't maybe even consider it in this like new because it just started like new shit like Chainsaw Man coming out where it was like, oh my God, they're excited for this. And then, what in the cut? Did we even say My Hero? The going through pretty much.
I mean, respectfully so. Season 6 is this is a wild time.
Yes,
I'm 2
yes.
episodes in.
You can
I'm
draw the comparisons
Watching week to
from
week.
our
excuse me,
big 3.
3 episodes in. I'm
You
like,
can draw the comparisons from our big 3. I can, or at least I can just think of from Attack on Titan to My Hero Academia, very Bleach inspired. One protagonist with every single power or acquiring every single power.
Yeah.
And then nice at it.
And they nice. Yeah.
That's it.
And they're the best one with it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the chosen one. Like, oh, you're the one that was only able to do that. Yusuke Urameshi, dog. Right at the end, he was shooting off bullets, and it was like he's mixing his demon and his spirit energy together. While and like what when they fought Sensui, this dude had access to like some legendary energy. Like it was almost like Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku fighting like Beerus. Yeah, it was that type of energy where like. He's strong as shit. Yusuke's strong as shit now, but this dude is like tapped into some other godly aura that only like grandmasters can touch.
When he unlocked, I can't remember. I'm gonna forget the name of the move. But when he was able to hold both through the leather shoes when the plant demon was trying to kill him.
No, this is way further. So this is when you find out Yusuke.
No, I know. I'm asking that. That was my favorite moment watching as a kid. Was that
when he was barefoot?
that first scene when he had the loafers on his hands?
Yeah, that's the tower.
Losing his goddamn mind.
That's what electric guy, right?
And that dude was torturing him.
Yeah.
Torturing. Like,
he just
you know what that reminded me of?
blew it all out at once.
It reminded me of Die Hard. The energy of because he was fighting him because it was a fight to get up to that guy to where everybody had to sacrifice like them being there to get Yusuke to jump up.
Yeah,
because they're all rookies at this point.
You're the mission. Just keep going.
It's like just you're the only one haven't fought yet. You've beaten all of us individually. Right. Go fight that guy. And this is like his first big break. But like taking his shoes off and deflecting a blow and a dude being like, yeah, what is this kid doing? And then the rest of the fight, he's just barefoot, getting electrocuted,
he was.
like just gritty.
Tortured, literally
gritty.
Tortured.
Still in his school uniform.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Even looking back at like older generations of anime, but like it's even hard to even say there was an older big three because they influenced so much, by themselves alone.
Yeah,
like trying to group together like in any way, in no particular order.
They weren't a group. They were all just kind of charting their own lane.
Well, that's the thing. Is I think people are picking their top three, not the big three.
Of what
I think that's the main thing. You might have your top three. But that's not the big three.
That's not the big three is its own official thing. It was.
Are we old for even having this type of conversation?
No.
Let me ask
there was newspaper articles about it. That's the thing. It was in the new there was headlines saying the big three. This was documented. It was like an
official classification.
Yeah,
these are the big three.
That's what it was called.
The upper echelon.
I know what it is. It's just us not properly communicating to each other. We're like, as soon as I say like, "Yo, did you watch any of the big three?" and then they're like, "Yeah, Hunter x Hunter." It's like, "Oh, you didn't hear what I just said."
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't like you said. It's like I didn't say your big three, and like no disrespect, I'm not trying to come at you that way, but it's like
the big three,
which I still don't get because Hunter x Hunter technically came out before the big three.
Because
so it doesn't make any sense.
So what I understand, some people took either like one or two or like none at all. People like me that watched all three like the whole way through. I guess it was just
I'm talking
different.
Of big three?
Yeah, of big three, of Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Like was watching all of those when they were well into like 200, 300s.
Yeah.
Like what, 2010 to 2013? 2014 when Naruto or Bleach ended?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It was that long. Like, I'm like, 2014?
It's a span.
That was a run.
I remember because Naruto was tied with Bleach for mine in the big three. But I would like, I never told y'all this. When I was in Catholic school, we literally like kind of all the anime niggas found each other. And this is before, I was 9. So it was 2003. So we was writing down like all of the things we could remember from the show, like as like a wiki book, like an actual book of like, here's hidden
timeline.
Here's hidden techniques. This is what they mean. These are the bloodlines. These are the Leaf Village clans. Printed out a map of like, this is where everyone is. Like we made our own Naruto.fandom.wiki.com. Like,
What was that shit? Pocket magazine? You made your own pocket magazine?
Yeah. So we I've said it on the first episode, like y'all know, I was a reformed anime hater because it was like at first.
And that was a wild statement for I'm like, so you went out of your way to hate on it? Like to even have that title for yourself.
It is being contradictory for contradictory's sake.
Oh,
with just your friend. I was just a bratty kid. That's all it was. My friend's like, yo, this was cool. Man,
that's trash.
That shit ain't. It's all right.
It's all right.
But I'm going home watching just other shit. Like, oh, you should watch Hunter x Hunter. Nigga, I don't watch gay shit. I'm gonna go turn on Blue Dragon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
Right.
And Dragon Ball. I didn't even know Dragon Ball. I just liked this cartoon after this warning of maybe I should be old enough to watch. I like this. And
then your friend opens the door. It was just
time for Adult Swim.
He's like, yo, Nate, what's this gay shit on your TV then?
I have a skit. I haven't released. I filmed it all, and it was just me talking to my girlfriend Jasmine about like I can imagine how some scenes in anime, if my dad was to walk in, how would I explain it?
Absolutely.
Because I said, I mean, I was even on the cab here. You got like reformed homophobic thug is now a decent human being, but I can imagine having to explain to him like, no, yes, these are big buff men with makeup on, but like you got to look past that. They got superpowers.
Oh, you showed
and him just being like, this is gay.
You showed you.
That's all.
You showed you that JoJo. Okay.
That's all this.
Okay.
He was just like, that's cool. You can have your interests. I support you.
You got it. You got
like,
it.
It's not.
This is not me coming out. I want to.
So this is what you get to do because you're on a good path of like, if I'm gonna expose them to anime, I'm gonna show them this is the.
Oh no, this was the sketch. This was the theoretical.
But
he ain't got the mental capacity to understand what we understand.
You know what's even funnier? And I'm gonna tell you off camera. How about that? So, ladies and gentlemen, so that don't get out there. That idea.
All right.
We're gonna end this right episode with a list. What's your top 5? What's your starting 5 shonen anime?
Purely shonen?
No particular order. I'll start it off right now. Of the newer generation. We're not counting Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War because Ichigo.
That's just a continuation.
First of all, Ichigo set the wave for all y'all little niggas out here.
Yeah.
As far as this new shonen.
Speak on it.
As far as this new shonen generation, besides Naruto's little chakra being everywhere. So it's a little bit of spiritual pressure from Ichigo Kurosaki everywhere.
Yeah.
Some people got a little bit of fullness.
I mean, I definitely got a little bit of Attack on Titan, the top for me. Attack on Titan, like the writing, the cinematography is beautiful. And I've always said like one of the reasons why I love something like this, or how me and Cordero are very like Bethesda heads, like these universes that you can get so deep into the lore fascinate me like crazy. So the second, like in season 3, when they really started putting it together, like, no, this is a science. As much as this is some magic superpower, we don't really know where it comes from. We can quantify it with data. So we pass it on to the next most capable person. I like that. In no other particular order, I would probably definitely have my hero. Fire Force would either be 2 or 3 because I love that show. That was a really good show. Like kind of like you said, like it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like it was there. Watched it and I was like, I really fuck with this.
Because as soon as you hear the title,
I really fuck with this.
As soon as you hear the title, you're like Fire Force, and then you see it and you're like Fire Force. So
my whole thing, I literally just thought it was firefighters. Like Haikyuu is volleyball. I thought this was firefighters. I thought this was GTA from the other side.
Me too. Me too.
That's all I thought it was
exaggerated. They got baggy clothes. I'm like, okay, yeah, they fighting fires. Right. And then the dude just start levitating with flames out of his feet. I'm like,
devil foot.
And then he kicks a fire demon and then it explodes. And you like,
oh right, you got like the assistant captain who's just nasty with gats with micro explosions.
You got Maki doing curls. You got Shinra getting a pedicure. You got Arthur touching up his blade, and then Lieutenant just like who?
Tell me.
Where we at?
When he pulled out the old-fashioned rifle in that big mission, when he had to keep changing the barrel, because when he would fire it off, it would just explode. Like, oh, this dude is
Captain
ready.
Got no powers. He's just strong. He's like, I don't care. I'm a firefighter. He's just
durable.
He's just ready.
He took a foot to the face from the fire demon.
Sure did.
Safety rolled and then threw a boomerang shot. That nigga, wow.
He's Batman.
Is he not? Is he not? He came just tech
Okay,
prepared.
so Fire Force and what else?
We got Attack on Titan, Fire Force, My Hero. I did start to watch Parasite after I read it. I do like Parasite.
Okay. Is would you consider that shonen?
Of this new generation.
I was gonna say, how old is Parasite?
It's like 2013, 2014.
And still ongoing now, like manga. Even
Oh, really?
I'm saying
The
like what
manga's
I'm
I
talking
stopped
about.
after a certain point.
What I'm saying, like manga, either manga going or like it's still being animated.
Okay, because I think they finished the anime, but I'm not too sure. Or are we thinking the same? You talking about crazy, weird spiral heads?
Yeah, when he has that little thing that
Migi
lives
Migi
in himself.
Okay, yeah.
Nah. I'm talking like the Attack on Titans, the My Heroes, the Black Clovers, the Fire Forces.
I want to say I don't want
Demon
to say
Slayer,
that show.
Doctor Stones, Jujutsu.
Yeah.
Also,
Chainsaw Man.
definitely Demon Slayer. I accidentally ruined it for my friend Vic. I'm sorry. But when I told him that the special effects aren't actual fire, it's just a visual representation. There's just niggas nice with swords. They're literally just swordsmen. Yeah. And he was like, man, I can't watch this show no more. And I was like, no, it's still a good show.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. He's like, I thought they was spitting flames and all of this
even
shit.
without them explaining it, like it kind of explained itself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, oh, it's just the flow. Like, especially when he started with water, he was like the flow, the current.
Right. The
He's
fluidity of like your strokes.
He's like, oh, the arrows point me this way, so I'm gonna flow that way. Like it's like counteracted and
that Zenitsu is just ridiculously fast when he's not anxious.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He can keep a calm mind. He's the dangerous. He has one form and he's nasty.
That's it. It's all
One
it needs.
slash,
That's all it
thunderclap.
needs.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Fire Force. My Hero. Demon Slayer. What else?
I'd have to give 5 to the little bit of Demon Slayer that I've seen. It's not much.
What was
it?
Because I only got 4 from. What was your? Said Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, My Hero, Fire Force, Demon Slayer, and I would have to give some to. I would just have to give props to Black Clover, just because from what I've seen, it's not something I've kept up with, but I watch it when it's on at friends' houses or if it's in the background of my TV, and I actually like the show. It's good. I have paid attention. I do. You've talked about it too. How you like a fantasy element. You love a fantasy element.
No,
to
yeah,
something.
I'm all for. I'm actually.
So
It's
I've been
the
actually meaning
craziest
to watch
thing
Vinland
about.
Saga because you mentioned it so much.
Yeah, I would say the crazy, and I can't consider that a show. It's too story driven. It's too much of a. You're watching like a HBO Viking show, but animated.
Yeah.
It's a very different concept. But the fact that he was always like I don't really do magic, and the fact that grabbed him because it's like the show is magic. You would think it would have grabbed me off rip. And it's just taking me a minute to like sit down and be like, I guess I'll just sit and watch this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it like if you can combine those concepts well, like a magic concept, there's an overworld, you got this whole thing, there's some weird treachery going on behind the curtains, all that hits. That's classic anime, and I'm like, or classic shonen at least, and I'm like, hell yeah, like run it. But
I got an honorary.
Okay,
Honorary would have been
just
6 man.
It would have been it's like a flex pick between that and this one. But again, for the violence, we talked about it at Anime NYC today. There's certain seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh that are violently like this is not for children.
Oh, you fuck with the new Yu-Gi-Oh coming out? Or?
Oh, I still watch it. Yeah, I still watch like the latest shit. Yeah.
The new one is just as violent.
They're more violent than what the guy told you today.
Whoa.
There was one where the main character like. Kind of same thing. Like we get into this area, last duelist alive wins, and
oh shit! I keep forgetting that they do that.
He sees,
yeah.
Wow.
He sees
he says the girl that he sees the girl he loves vaporized into the shadow realm, and he pulls out all stops. Because this is it's almost like Battle City where like you feel the pain of the attack, the life points that you just got hit. So this guy said, you only have 100 life points left. I'm gonna hit you with a 47,000 attack because I just want you to die. And this is the main character. This is the main character who just on a switch. He saw the girl he loves die and he became immediate villain. Only for that one scene, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to freak out."
Shout out real quick. I hate to cut you off. Even
no, you're good.
Tangent off to something else. Shout out to 4Kids.
Yeah.
For doing an amazing
That was a great Saturday
dub
morning block, dog.
of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
How did you take away Bandit Keith's gun? That was the most they did as far as heavy editing. Like,
boy.
And Duelist Kingdom. Duelist Kingdom. Well, first of all, Weedle should have got thrown off the boat, off rip.
Yeah.
And that's something that obviously they're not just gonna write in, but he should have got thrown off the boat. He took cards and threw them off the ship.
Yeah.
Then I said Kaido. Kaiba was about to kill himself. He was like, "Bro, I'm trying to save my brother. You about to get in my way."
You can attack me, just know what I'm gonna do right after.
Yeah, he had the prototype dual disc, and then you get inside the castle, and Pegasus on some other ish, just unnecessary, trapping people. Bandit Keith get pissed off, hop on top of your little personal area and pull out a gun on you, and then 4Kids still wipes that away, and it's still just as intense. Yugi passed out, and the Pharaoh was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do." Everybody think I'm the nice one, and it's Yugi.
Yeah. I explained it. Even in the manga.
Thank you for bringing that up, because I was like, wait, that's still going on. And Yu-Gi-Oh,
Bandit Keith's, like, in the show, I think he just got sent to the Shadow Realm for robbing and stealing.
He became a zombie, like, before battles.
What ended up happening was Bakura's ring is the judgment. So he judges you the ring judges you based on your character, if you're someone who can actually control its power. Or you can just use it to punish people if you're sadistic. So he puts it on Bandit Keith, and then I think in the show he vanishes. But in the manga, he literally, the prongs all stab into his stomach, and he vomits fire till his soul dies. That is a quote.
What's the author's name again? Well, Takashi? No.
I want
Damn.
this one right here.
I'm going to mess it up. I almost said Takashi. Yeah, I almost said Takashi. That Takashi.
Right.
But yeah, no. Yeah, no, that dude was
Takashita, I think.
So good. So terrible that we lost him, but he was trying to save somebody.
Yeah.
So, like, honorable death.
I found that out the other day. I was upset, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Nah, that's a very interesting lineup. Cordero, what's yours?
Shoot, real quick. Thinking... So there's 3 that I feel like just have to go in there. So it's like Fire Force is the moment I watched it. I think I might have watched it maybe like a week or so before you, and I was just like, please just watch it. Like, I'm just like, I know you don't take over. Like sometimes I'll be like, yo, you should watch it. You'll be like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I was like, please, just watch this show. I
appreciate the recommendation.
It's everything you're thinking is. I'm only 4 episodes in, and I'm like, yo. And I remember when I was watching it, I was like, I had the headphones on. I had my earpods on. And every time a fire sound is made, the shit sound like Iron Man. I'm like, yo, all right, this is cool. All right, I'm here. Like, just more of this show, please. So immediately, that was the one that kind of brought me into this, like, oh, this new generation of anime is cool. Like, I really enjoy this. Because even at the time, and my second, these aren't really in any particular order, but my second, being My Hero, even I was hesitant to My Hero, even though I knew it was the GOAT, and I saw all the memes and everybody doing the Key and Peele, whatever. Remember you saw the thing where it was like him dapping up certain animes and stuff like that. So I was like, Fire Force brought me into that, and then after that I was like, let me try out My Hero. Let's see what My Hero's about. My Hero's there because, yes, it's like the most commercially popular, but it does not cease to like amaze me. I'm like, damn, it did it.
No, it's
like,
still good.
You did that. Like I feel like it's shonen in its purest form.
Even the movie was great.
Today at Anime 1C, that's where we're coming from. Yeah. We saw that kid dressed as Shigaraki. Like with the hands.
This little boy. Yeah.
This is a child.
This kid was like 8.
And we talking like actual like molded hands.
Yeah, he had a cosplay, not a costume.
Yeah. Excuse me.
He had a cosplay. Yeah.
He had a cosplay.
And I was like, this kid.
Your parents let you watch that? Like he was like, no, I want to be him.
And you know what's crazy? He was him.
That's a red flag somewhere, bro.
I think he's him from season 6. He's the kid version of himself, which I realized, like, yo, you watching this? You actually watching this, man? You watching this? That's crazy.
For him to just be like, because when you first see him, you're like, oh, this dude creepy.
Yeah.
And to still be like, yeah, I don't want to be him.
Like I get, and it's crazy. You hit a point where you're that popular at a Naruto status where people are already starting to dismiss you for being good, and I'm like, no, but it's doing it better. It's doing it better. I'm sorry. Yeah. It really is doing it. It's wowing me every season, and so like it just has its spot. Like it's just good. I'm coming back to it. Then after that, I'll kick it off. I'll do Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Really. Art style is there. That one actually reminds me a lot of
I watched one
Bleach.
episode in Jarrod's room, and then I never
That art
watched
style
it.
is very. It's almost like a grittier Bleach style in the sense of like how the lines are drawn.
Yeah,
it's kind of all
it's
over.
thicker. They're like thicker.
What? To add in to that,
Yeah.
like episode 1 of Bleach feels like this its essence is just all over jujitsu.
All over. Another
Every
guy.
single
The kid
episode.
willing to sacrifice
himself.
Visuals
Yes.
of it, like just it's always misty and eerie.
Yeah.
Every single
Spooky,
scene.
creepy.
It's because Rukia say, hey, if you do this, you have to take on the role of a soul eater. And then his thing is like, yo, if you eat this, you're gonna die. But are you ready to go on this journey? Like,
Right,
both times, both Ichigo and Itadori are like, what else am I gonna do?
Right.
And Itadori, you learn why he's like that off rip.
Can't just be the
Ichigo-
sassiest kid in the 4th grade.
Yeah, yeah,
Ichigo, you learn that over
The
time
11th
with
grade.
him.
yeah.
But Itadori, you sat there and watched him get called when his granddad passed, and him just having to be okay with it. His granddad was like, just make sure you have a
good life, man.
a good life.
Try
And
to
then
have
he
a
was
good
like,
life. Yeah. So he's like, well, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die like beating the hell out of this dude who's causing everybody trouble. Like that's my goal.
Right.
So there's that. It's just fantastic. I'm really enjoying that. Then my favorite, and this is one I will just yell till no one's in the room. Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho is probably
I forgot about Mob Psycho.
favorite of all favorites.
Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
Psycho.
And I even had to think, it's like, is it shown? And it totally is. It's just the way it's
Portrayed.
designed and portrayed. It's a comedy psychic shonen. And when I say comedy, I mean like whoever's in the staff room, who's ever in there writing it down, illustrating, has a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like just I'm visibly laughing even at subtitles, which I normally would say watch the show dubbed because the timing does work better if you're like American. But still, like however you watch it, you're gonna laugh. And I'm just like, this is crazy. And it's got hands, and it's just got like a good story. What am I at, 4?
you said
What is it?
Fire Force,
Fire Force,
My Hero, Jujutsu.
So My Hero, Fire Force, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
All great. And then I have to give it to another consistent, like has the same popularity but almost on a darker hinge is Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is just doing it for me. And it does suck because I'm also even thinking of like maybe even 2 or 3 others that deserve a 5th spot. I'm just like, as far as what's grabbing me the most, like at the like every time I watch it, I'm like, what? Like this is what Shonen's doing now? Yeah, Demon Slayer blows the budget every season.
Yeah.
Every season, and just gives you top
more
quality
particle effects every single time.
top quality fights. I know we had a lot of grief about the Patty talking about if you just watch for fights. And I do watch more than fights. I can go on and on about all the like non-fighting animes I love. But when it comes to the fight, holy shit. Like these 5, Demon Slayer for sure. Like, swordplay. Again, back to Bleach. I loved Bleach the most because I like samurais. I like the idea of samurai swords, swordplay. So you give me that in a show, lobbing off demon heads also at the same time, like crazy visuals, spins. Got spider people. You got like, what is this show?
Yeah.
Sorry, a spider family.
Spider families. Yeah.
Family. Yeah, it was a family. Like, fuck.
Papa was the brute.
Papa was the tarantula
He's
man.
the Spider Man.
He was the Spider Man. Yeah.
Okay, and then was it you on number 5 now? Or you
I think
6
that was
man?
that was number 5.
You got a 6 man or no?
6
A
man.
flex pick.
I feel like there's one more in there that I'm like totally spazzing on.
If we expanded the genres too, I would have like a way different list.
No, absolutely.
Like,
I'm
we
talking.
were like
This is
slice of
just.
life,
This is just what.
Just for
So-
shonen, because this is the only problem the anime community
The
has.
thing is, there's a cutoff
just
right now.
shonen.
There's a
That's
silent
it.
cutoff of a generation was born into anime just like we were, but they're not watching past a certain point. They're just not. The same way we kind of didn't for a minute, but then now I'm like, give me everything 80s. Like, I don't care. Give me all the old shit.
Or it was just forcing your face by like Adult Swim showing Gigantor or like old school Astro Boy.
Something.
But now you have access with these apps. People can just selectively say, I don't want to watch this. This is old. This is stupid. I don't want to watch it. Even though it's good, whether it's not. So they like this stuff and it's cool. And I like it too. But yeah, there's definitely a cutoff point where it's like, no, this is the new. Like, this is the new. Shit, I can't even think of the new. Just off your strength alone, I would say just get Black Clover. Let it. Let's have it.
Magic.
I've watched 20 some episodes.
It takes a minute.
And I think, you know what I think it is, honestly? I think it's just because I'm watching so many different things. I feel like because of what people tell me is like, you need to watch and you watch it. I feel like I'm not going to give it what it deserves until I clear my plate a little bit of stuff.
Right.
I think maybe if I can get like a season break after this fall stuff, I'll probably pick it up. I can't say the same for something
You
like
think
a
it's
One
like
Piece
so far how like what you've watched, like the Black Bulls just didn't pull your attention
at all. Like it just
like
didn't
that,
pull me. And I'm like, well, then I don't want to say this
slow,
is trash.
right?
I
Like,
don't
it's
want
a
to say
very-
this is trash.
It's a ramp.
I
until you
just,
get to-
it's not grabbing me now, and I'm also watching 6 other things. So like, it's there.
It can fall last on the list very quickly. Very quickly,
it's there.
depending on what you're watching.
I'm surprised with us three. None of us said 7 Deadly Sins.
I tried it, can't do it.
Really?
Tried it, couldn't do it.
I like it.
I'm actually not done with 7 to this, and I'm late to that too. Like I'm not.
I just started.
Oh, okay.
I just started.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying like what I've seen so far. I feel like this would be something we would all watch.
Okay. Yeah.
Knowing like our individual tastes.
No, I've heard nothing but like memes and like the one guy who's like loves pain because he's like the strongest dude in the world. Like I'm like, all right, like this sounds fun. Nah, this is the dude with the golden armor. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is but a fraction of my or whatever that dude. I'm like, yeah, sure, bring it.
Okay, Tagoro.
But that's it. All right.
Tagoro.
All right. So,
Ladies and
Gerard,
gentlemen.
bring us home. What's your top?
Just keep
I
it
feel like it's
simple.
gonna be in the same. We all have different variations of
Because
like,
there's so many of them, but
can see
There's
what
gonna,
our
there's gonna be
favorite
like a
is.
2 or 3 like
Yeah.
bar cross.
because of course it's like I'll say off rip, starting 5, Black Clover, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Fire Force. The 5th man, that's when it gets a little shaky for me because I'm like I want to say Jujutsu, but then I also want to say like isn't Rising of the Shield Hero shonen?
Isekai.
Say, okay,
I gotta say right.
Which is why I didn't say slime.
He gets
which is why I
dropped.
didn't
I was
say
about to say because he
I
gets
thought it
dropped into a
teetered.
different land.
I thought it teeted it. I'm like, okay.
Which
So
is
I wasn't tripping.
slime the same way. I
wasn't-
said
I
the
wasn't
same
tripping.
thing with
I
slime,
wasn't- I
and I was
wasn't
like,
tripping.
that's why I didn't say
I
it.
wasn't tripping. All right. So with that, staying in the perimeters of still being animated or the manga still going.
Yeah.
You got the revitalization, excluding Bleach. I can throw JoJo in there. Jolene.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Jolene is a show. That is
Jolene.
Yeah.
Jolene Naga, and
Yeah.
it is not that Jolene.
Yeah. I'm actually
Have they
surprised
made
you
that
didn't
joke
put Baki in there.
And it was a hard pick between those two. It was hard to
Akihama?
pick. Because Baki is like very sparse. It's like, I remember the 2000 series that was available on YouTube and I only sold so much about it, but I got the chunk of what was going on and like this was an insane premise. And then it came back out. I'm like, wait, this is that wild shit I saw on YouTube forever ago? It's like, wait, he's older? This is after that tournament? What?
That's how I got
Yeah,
introduced
yeah.
to the show. My boy was like, yo, watch this clip of this teenager punching bullets into this man's teeth. And they all go off. And I was like, what the fuck is this show?
The first episode of Baki on Netflix is when he's like in school and people are just talking shit about him, and then he breaks the cast off. He was like, I healed up and making fun of people, taking their knives out their hands, just like y'all are goofy, and then having to meet in the ring where he was a champion, and they were like, all right, he's what was it, 7 inmates, 6, 7 inmates?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was so like a handful of guys. He's like, all right, all of these guys just broke out of maximum security prison and they want to fight all of y'all. So
Square up.
as long as we understand that's what's going on, we'll try our best to just handle it. Make sure y'all handle it swiftly.
Right.
That's it. And then they leave and offer it. Niggas is just hitting, blindsiding each other with book bags, slicing hands off. Like 2 episodes in. But it's a nice pick. But I would say even for like a 6-man, it would probably just go right to Shaman King. Just because like who else was asking for this anime?
What? And it's like, and that's the thing where it's like, yes, you have these like the popular either like Toei or funnel through Crunchyroll. Then you got the stuff that like, yo, Netflix just picked up a bunch of stuff. And you're like, damn, there's like 20 different things. Like, yes, Shaman King. I watched Shaman King. I was like, yo, I feel like I'm reliving my childhood again. But with just like better glasses. Like, it's just like immediately.
Some of the Netflix originals hit too.
Yeah.
I was telling y'all about one that I watched.
Always hear about Arcane. Always hear about like all
there was
the new Cyber
Sirius the Jaeger, which is one that I watched, where it's almost on some Shinra shit, where this dude is like comes from a clan of werewolves who hunt vampires, and he's part of this holy order that fights vampires, and no one really knows his secret besides him. Main villain, his brother who turned, who now has the instincts of a werewolf in the senses, but with the magic and the agility of a vampire.
It's like a hybrid boy?
This
is Netflix?
And this is essentially Resident Evil 3.
I was about to say.
Right.
I was about to say
Underworld. I was going to say Underworld.
That's what I'm like.
Underworld, yeah.
Underworld 3.
Mike?
Yeah.
Underworld 3.
Mr. Lycan?
Mr.
Lycan vampire?
Yeah. So and then it's just like, I need to get my brother back. I need to convert him back to, so it's the same shit that we haven't seen with Shinra and his brother yet. We got to get to that point. Like, eventually they're going to meet up. They're going to have a giant battle. One of them will walk away. Just one. Because they're both at almost equivalent strength.
Nah, that's a wild time. That's a wild time.
Yeah.
Nah, this new wave of just, I hate even saying content. Because now it is, they like just offload 12 episodes to you all 45 minutes. Like,
right.
People just binging. It's like, wow, I'm depressed. It's like, come on.
Right.
Like, I stopped recommending people to watch One Piece. I'm like, it's there if you want to do it, man. Like, that's it. I can't tell you to commit to 1,000 episodes. It's not healthy.
No, and for those who crammed it, like just did like, I promise, like it's like the people who like say they know how to speed read, and it's like it's very clear that you don't understand what the book was. Like
right.
Like
you can speak fast.
Like,
that's what you can do.
Yeah, like your comprehension of what you watched. If you watched One Piece in 6 months, I really don't feel like you watched the show. I feel like the beauty of it is that it captured a group of people and it grew over time, but those people got to live this journey as they got older. Right. And that's what's cool. If you cram that, I'm sorry. That's trash. That's trash.
You had to grow along with One Piece.
That's true.
As proof. Like, yeah.
It's whatever. I'm a rare case. I really am out here because I like the 4Kids dub as well. So I'm just.
Yeah, I've noticed every time you bring that up, someone got a problem with that. They're like, "What the voice acting?" And you're like,
"It was a goofy ass show. This is a rubber man punching people,
taking the cigarettes out of the mouth and shit."
The first villain was a clown that can dismember himself and use knives as his specialty. This is a silly ass show. They fought the circus. Their first big bad guys was the circus.
Yeah.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's been this episode of Negro Jump. Welcome back. It's a new season, new year, new things, man. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. As always, follow us on all the things. Yeah. Jump.ent. That is right. Yes. Jump.ent. Search that, and our beautiful faces should show up. And if they don't, that is a problem.
Yes. Please check out the YouTube.
At this point.
Check out the YouTube.
At this point.
Everybody's been showing love all over the place. Definitely go to YouTube so you can get these live. And all you people who've been leaving comments lately and just like talking, saying, hey, we appreciate it. We're going to get better at responding to you. Nate, one of the main reasons why we had Nate on board.
Nate was literally was in a meeting with these guys.
I mean, I don't even want to apologize for that. The fact that somebody responded from a comment a year ago, thank you.
Oh yeah, we had a couple people still keep going.
That's all that needs to be said. And he replied back looking for more conversation. I'm like, damn, you really in? No, what?
Yeah.
That's
really
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
we'll catch you.
See you.
Peace.
Happy Black History Month.
Oh boy.
Well, now we know in this episode.
Yeah. Cut.